To become a U.S. citizen through naturalization, the most common pathway for non-citizens, you must meet specific requirements set by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, under the Immigration and Nationality Act. Below are the current requirements as of April 2025 based on the latest available information. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Be at least 18 years old. You must be 18 or older at the time of filing Form N-400, application for naturalization, unless applying under special provisions, for example, military service. Lawful Permanent Resident (LPR) status. You must have been a lawful permanent resident green card holder for at least 5 years or 3 years if married to a U.S. citizen and living in marital union for that period. Conditional permanent residents, for example, through recent marriage or investment, are eligible if conditions are removed before applying. Continuous residence. You must have lived continuously in the United States for at least 5 years or 3 years if married to a U.S. citizen as a lawful permanent resident. Absences of more than 6 months but less than 1 year may disrupt continuity unless you provide evidence of maintaining U.S. ties, such as a job, family, or home. Absences over 1 year generally break continuity, requiring a new residency period. Physical presence. You must have been physically present in the United States for at least 30 months out of the 5 years or 18 months out of 3 years if married to a U.S. citizen. Time spent abroad must not exceed half the required residency period. You must have lived for at least 3 months in the state or USCIS district where you apply. You must demonstrate good moral character during the 5-year or 3-year period before applying. This is assessed case by case but generally means no serious criminal convictions, like murder or aggravated felonies, and no history of fraud or lying to immigration authorities. Minor offenses may not disqualify you, but ongoing probation or certain violations, such as failure to pay taxes, could impact eligibility. English language proficiency. You must be able to read, write, and speak basic English. Exemptions apply if you're over 50 and have been a lawful permanent resident for 20 years, over 55 and an LPR for 15 years, or have a disability preventing language learning. Knowledge of U.S. history and government. You must pass a civics test covering U.S. history and government principles. The test involves up to 10 questions from a pool of 100, requiring at least 6 correct answers. Exemptions or accommodations exist for age, residency length, or medical conditions. You must take the oath of allegiance to the United States, pledging loyalty to the Constitution and agreeing to fulfill citizen responsibilities, for example, potential military or civilian service. This includes renouncing allegiance to other nations, though the U.S. permits dual citizenship in practice, depending on the other country's laws. Other requirements. Selective service. Males aged 18 to 26 must register with the Selective Service System. Failure to register, if required, may affect good moral character unless explained. Application process. Submit Form N-400 with supporting documents, for example. Green card copy photos and pay the filing fee, approximately $725, though fee waivers or reductions may apply. Attend a biometrics appointment and a naturalization interview. Special provisions. Military service members. Those who served during wartime can apply without LPR status or residency requirements. Peacetime service may reduce residency periods. Spouses of U.S. citizens abroad. If your U.S. citizen spouse is employed abroad in qualifying roles, for example, U.S. government residency requirements may be waived. Children under 18 may derive citizenship automatically if a parent naturalizes or meets specific conditions, for example, born abroad to a U.S. citizen parent. Processing typically takes 8 to 14 months, depending on location and case complexity. Dual citizenship is allowed, but you must use a U.S. passport for U.S. entry and exit, and some countries may not permit retaining their citizenship. Always check uscs.gov for updates, as requirements or fees may change. Please like this video if you found it helpful.